Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my new video. In this video, we can discuss about immunity and about innate immunity and acquired immunity. So first of all, we will discuss about immunity. So the word immunity is derived from the Latin word immunis, which means resistance, which means safe or free of burden. So we can define immunity is the ability of body to resist damage from foreign substances such as microorganism or toxins released by the microorganism or harmful chemicals which enter to the body and which want to damage the body cells, but the body show resistance against that damage, and that type of resistance, that the ability of body to resist that damage, is known as immunity. So and immunology is the study of immunity and the defense mechanism of the body. The person which can study about immunity, then we can say that he can study immunology. And if some foreign substances is entered to the body and the body shows resistance, and the body shows a response to that foreign molecule, then the body shows a resistance in the form of production of antibodies. When a specific type of antigen is entered to the body, then body formed antibodies against that specific antigen. Then this type of response is known as immune response. If a person has good immune response, then he can be safe from any diseases, and no type of diseases can damage the body cells. So then we have innate immunity and acquired immunity. So innate is the word shows inborn, that type of immunity which is present in the body and which is present at the time of birth, while acquired immunity is that type of immunity which is which a person can acquire through its life as a life proceed, and he can acquire a specific type of immunity through his environment or through some other animals. Then this type of immunity is known as acquired or adaptive immunity, which he can adapt from some other no, some other immune animals. So innate immunity is further divided into cell-mediated and antibody or humoral immunity. What is cell-mediated and what is antibody or humoral immunity? So we have specific immunity, and that type of specific immunity is divided into cell-mediated and antibody or humoral immunity. It was discovered that if some animal is non-immune from any type of diseases, and we can transfer immunity from immune animal to non-immune animal. So this transfer is through blood cells or through antibodies or through some fluids, which is known as humor or humoral immunity. So if this transfer is through blood cells, then this is known as cell mediated, because it was discovered that the blood cells transfer from an immune animal to non-immune animal for the purpose that and that type of cells are responsible for the immunity, for the production of immunity, and this process is known as cell mediated immunity. While if when a plasma or some fluid or antibodies is transferred from immune animal was injected into the blood of a non-immune animal, and the non-immune animal become immune, then this process involved fluid or humor, and this is known as humoral immunity. And because antibodies are also responsible for humoral immunity, so this is known as antibody mediated immunity. Then cell-mediated immunity included macrophages and NK cells. These type of immunities can be transferred from immune animal to non-immune animal through by means of some blood cells. So then this is known as cell-mediated immunity, while complement and neutrophil are included in the antibody or humoral immunity, because these type of immunity is transferred from immune animal to non-immune animal by means of antibodies or some fluid. Then this is known as antibody or humoral immunity. While acquired and adaptive immunity included same like cell mediated and antibody mediated, because this type of immunity can also be transferred from immune animal to non-immune animal by means of some blood cells or by means of antibodies for the because and that cells or antibodies are responsible for the production of immunity in non-immune animal. Then this transfer can also be cell mediated or antibody mediated. Then cell mediated immunity included helper cells and cytotoxic or killer cells, while antibody mediated immunity included B cell and plasma cells. So we will also study about these types of immunity when we discussed line of defense, the first line of defense, second line of defense, and third line of defense. As we all know that macrophages, NK cells, natural killer cells, complement, and neutrophil are included in the second line of defense. So we will study about these topic in detail when we discussed the second line of defense, while helper, cytotoxic or killer cells, B cell, and plasma cells are included in the third line of defense. So we will also discuss about these four topics when we discussed the third line of defense, while first line of defense included skin and the mucous membrane, because the microorganism when enter to the body, then he can feast the first line of defense, which is on his skin and the mucous membrane. So we will discuss about this topic in when we discussed the line of defense, the first line of defense, second line of defense, and the third line of defense. So we will study that topic in the next video. So see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.